Denny Patterson, Instinct Magazine. Hi, Tony. Hi, Holly. How are you both doing today?
We're
Doing
doing
well.
good. How
Good,
are you,
good.
Denny?
I'm well,
So
thank you. So tell me, how excited are you both for the Spiderwick Chronicles to finally premiere on the Roku channel?
I'm so excited.
Stoked. Yes.
I mean, it's like, you wait a long time, from the beginning and all of the, and then the set and then all of the post stuff. So yeah, we're really excited.
I mean, it was pre-pandemic when we started to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so it's
it's
quite
been
a
a
journey.
long, long ride. So
Yeah,
we're so
definitely.
excited for everyone to see this new iteration.
Good, good. And there was already a Spiderwick Chronicles film in 2008 starring Freddie Highmore. How would you say this series tops that?
So I mean, I think what's great about TV, right, is that it has more time to spend with
Mhm.
all the characters, and specifically this adaptation spends more time with the villain. So we
Okay.
get to see Mulgarath, and all of his schemes and plans and inner turmoil, and
Mhm.
as well as following all of the individual characters that we don't get to spend as much time with in
Yeah,
film, just due to the nature of film.
definitely. So, yeah, go ahead, Tony.
I was going to say the other thing that I love about it is the expansion, that Holly talked about also allowed for introduction to new characters. So
Yeah.
the idea of Jared having, friends and more people to help him was super exciting and creating those characters as well. I think because it's television, you don't have a giant blockbuster budget, which means the effects have to be very carefully chosen and shot, and that goes for the obviously for a story that's filled with fantastic creatures.
Mhm.
So the idea of coming up with human characters that could also be fairies was super exciting for Holly and I because it allowed us to go back into that old folklore that inspired us years ago and come up with new and exciting characters to kind of pitch to the team.
Mhm.
And so so Mogorath's, you know, wing gal, played by Calliope, played by Olivia, is totally a character born from old Irish folklore. Is it, Holly? Is that where the fetch is from? And so we were excited to kind of come up with that and create something new.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And sometimes the creators or authors of a project are worried about their original vision not being or not coming across, being altered and all that. Did you have any concerns with this series, or were you like constantly consulted with everything?
I mean, I think you're right that you always go into it hoping that the creators will see to the heart, right?
Mm,
There's going to be changes, but you want the heart to come through. One of the things, when we first met Aaron, he loved so much of the same stuff that we had loved and so much of the same stuff that had gone into making Spiderwick, that I think that gave us a lot of confidence.
yeah,
They get to come into the writer's room and talk about folklore.
there you go.
I think
Yeah.
was really, really helpful.
And I
Awesome.
would I would say, Danny, like for us, to what Holly's saying is there was several things that were super important to us
Mhm.
because they're all talented writers and authors and writers and artists in their own right. So you want to let the producer and the production team do what they do and not, have such a tight-fisted control over it. And I think for us, staying true to the original folklore that's centuries old, very
Mhm.
important to us in the books, and we wanted that maintained in the series. And then the heart of the characters, Jared Grace, our lead, being the brains, Mallory being the strength, Simon, his brother, being the heart,
Yeah.
and the idea of ordinary kids and extraordinary circumstances, no chosen ones, none of like we want the viewers to feel like the readers, where they're like, oh, that could be me, or I know someone
Yeah,
like that, and they can really relate to it. And that
yeah,
they maintained all that. That's the most you can hope for.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree. And how would you say the Spiderwick Chronicles will appeal to queer audiences?
Wow, great question.
That's a great question. I think there is it's hard. All right, so it's hard to know moving forward
Hmm.
where we're going, and I will not speculate upon that.
Okay.
But I think that in the first episode, um, the creators are certainly signaling their openness to
Okay.
it having I I feel like I'm allowed to talk about the first episode, right? by showing, there's two girls who are together.
Yeah.
And I think we see that. So I think we see certainly all things are inherent acknowledgments of possibilities,
Okay,
right?
possible.
And
Right.
I feel like that suggests possibilities
Okay.
Yes.
going forward.
And I would say in when we first started, we had a lot of ideas, and there were certainly story plot lines for queer characters, and it is through the process. At a certain point, Aaron's like, okay, there's only so much we can do in one season, guys. So let's focus on this. Let's get the ship built before we send it out to sea, and
Yes.
hopefully we'll have lots of seasons to tell lots of character stories because everyone on the team felt very strongly about it.
Awesome. Fantastic.
And we'll see where we go, because but yeah,
It could go in any direction, but
our
yeah.
plans afoot.
Yes. And out of the series, which episode is your absolute favorite?
Oh, probably the penultimate episode.
Penultimate. And it doesn't exist in the books. It is a great television. It's a great hour of television. It is absolutely, I mean, it starts, there's the first few episodes are just bam, bam. It's so great. But that second to the last episode, I absolutely love. Lion Daniels does an amazing job facing off with Christian Slater, who plays Mulgarath, and it's just a great cat and mouse. Lion likened it to Peter Pan and Hook, which filled me up.
Yeah.
And it's just a great cat and mouse episode. I absolutely love that episode.
Awesome. That's amazing. Tony, Holly, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks, Denny.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thank you, Natasha.